What do you want? Now, stop looking around. I'm asking you, what do you want? What do you want from this channel? What do you want from your life? What do you want from your job? What do you want from your school? What do you want from your relationship? What do you want from going to church? What do you want from God? What do you want? This is something majority of people are never clear about. And some people actually are not clear about this because they are trying to be altruistic, or they don't want to come across as too demanding, or they don't want to come across as being arrogant or being an asshole, so to say. But the truth is, if you are not specific about what you want, you will never get it. You'll keep beating around the bush. You keep thinking life sucks. You keep thinking people are mean and unkind. As long as you are not clear about what you want, that simply means you are not focused. And if you are not focused, take for example, you have a gun. Every time you have a gun and you accidentally discharge a bullet, what's going to happen? The chances are the bullet is going to do damage, it's going to cause commotion, and it's going to hit the wrong target. But if you focus the gun at the point and you fire the gun, the bullet hits the target. The same thing is applicable when you know exactly what you want out of every situation or any situation where you find yourself. It's like you are firing a bullet at a specific target. The moment you know, the moment you're crystal clear about what you want, that's when you start making things out of your life. Money doesn't matter. Okay? Wealth, affluence, fame, it doesn't matter until you are crystal clear about what you want out of your life. You'll keep beating around the bush. And that is why we have a lot of people that have money but they are depressed. And we have some people who don't have money and they are happy, they are fulfilled, because they have focus. So in order for you to be able to derive what you want, or to generate or to get exactly what you want, you need to first be crystal clear about what you want. And this is the no BS way to get exactly what you want in life. So the very first thing is you have to be specific. You have to be focused. You need to write it down, and then you need to be driven. And every single human being you meet, you communicate that with them. A lot of people need help from people, but they don't know how to ask for help because they just don't know exactly what they want. So when we say on this channel that we focus on leadership, communication, and networking, we are not saying to just go out there and keep communicating with random people without focus. We're saying go out there and communicate with people because you want to get something. Go out there and network with people that can help you move your business to the next level. And always remember what I share with you guys, that networking is intentional. You need to be super crystal clear on what you want, on why you are networking with this person. It might be someone that's higher on the hierarchy, much more than you. It might be your boss. It might be someone that's more powerful than you. It might be someone that doesn't even have as much as you do. But you need to be crystal clear on why you are networking with these people. It's simply that when you have a circle of people around you, you know exactly why you have this circle of people around you. You know what this person brings to the table. You know what the other person brings to the table. You know what the next person brings to the table. You know what you bring to the table. And that is the way you could build. That's the only way you can build a healthy relationship. When you know what you have, to offer, and the other person knows what they have to offer, and each of you know what you bring to the table, that okay, for this goal to be achieved, then you have to hold your own end of the bargain. And that is why I asked the question, what do you want? Every time you don't know what you want out of a relationship, you become miserable, you start complaining, you basically become a bitch because you just don't know. And that is why it's difficult to deal with people that don't know what they want, because they always feel cheated, or they always feel like they are not getting things out of life because they lack focus. So for me, how I handle things is I always put everything on the table. If I'm doing business with someone, I ask them, simple, how much do you charge for the service? If I don't want trouble, the moment they tell me I charge $500, I don't negotiate. I'm like, I'll pay you this price. I want the job done. Now, if I want to bring in my negotiation skill, then I start negotiating. Some people are like, oh no, it's bad. No, negotiating is not bad. The moment you negotiate and you both reach an agreement, there is no harm done. There is no bad done. There is no evil thing about it. You negotiated and the other party agreed. So you have to also know how to negotiate. In this life, you need to know negotiation is the top skill that you want to garner. It's a skill you want to hone. It's a skill you want to improve upon. If you want to achieve what you want in life, you need to be able to negotiate with people, because every time you go out there, you are negotiating with multiple. You're negotiating your life. You're negotiating with people. You're negotiating with your partner. You're negotiating with your team members. You're negotiating with your school, your professor. You're negotiating with yourself. And the only way to come out happy, or to come out with the mindset that, okay, you've won something, is when you are crystal clear about what you want. And if you don't know what you want, you will end up being miserable. So again, I'm going to ask you, what do you want? What do you want out of life? What do you want out of what you're doing right now? What do you want out of the relationship you are in right now? What do you want out of the job you're currently working? A lot of people just come to work and they just come to get the paycheck and go back and just live each day. While one person that wants to keep climbing up the ladder. You see the difference? Every day to some people is just to get the paycheck, but every day to someone else is adding up to climb up the ladder, to get to the top of the hierarchy. So there's always the difference between someone that's focused and someone whose attention is all over the place. If you look around, most relationships are failing because everyone keeps looking. It's almost like a competition of who's the first person to cheat in every relationship. Most people cannot stay with one person because of lack of focus, because they don't know what they want in that relationship. So every single time you don't know what you want, you won't be able to build something that will be sustainable over decades, over years, over time. So again, I'm going to ask you, what do you want? And this is a question you want to ask people that are on your team. This is a question you want to ask your partner. This is a question you want to ask your friends. This is a question you want to ask your business associates. Because every time they don't know, they will think they're being deprived of something. So some people don't know how to get it clear, but you are watching this video and you know how to get things clear. So you find time and sit them down and ask them, what do you want? If they don't, then you tell them, okay, this is what I want. Now, what do you want? Now, another thing that you want to think about, that you want to inculcate, is to take a step and go out of your way to not just focus on what you want. You also need to know what other people want, so you can provide them, you can help them achieve what they want, and they can help you achieve what you want. Now, that's service. You make yourself useful to other people. One thing that you want to keep in mind is that it's so useful to be useful to people around you. When people find you useful, it's a useful thing. So you help them figure out what they want, and they help you figure out what you want. So take a step beyond focusing on what you just want. You need to know what you want, but you need to also know what other people want. That way you can help them achieve what they want to achieve. And maybe in the long run, they might even be the one to help you achieve what you want to achieve. So, what do you want again? It might be you want to have a sustainable business over time. It might be you want to make $100,000 in 1 year. It might be you want your business to make $5 million at the end of the business year. It might be you want to have a relationship that's sustainable. It might be you want to date someone that's tall with brown eyes. It might be that you want to have your own podcast. It might be that you want to have your own YouTube. It might be that you want to write your own book. It might be that you want to make your own movies. But the question, what do you want, needs to have a specific, a crystal clear answer to it. Because if you don't have the answer to that question, what do you want, then you will end up being miserable until you figure that out and make it crystal clear and write it down and start working towards what you want. If you want to keep learning about leadership, communication, and networking, make sure you click the like button and make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I will keep delivering more and more video to keep pumping you up, to keep empowering every member of this community until we all achieve every single goals that we've set out to achieve. So click the like button, click the subscribe button, and also share this video for so many other people to gain access to this piece of information, so that we can all become a one big empowered community. Until next time that I'll be seeing you in my next video, my name is Dapo Ibrahim and I'm the host of this channel. Take care, everyone. Love and respect.